Everyone, we have a list of people we gotta apologize to today. I got my buddy Bentley with me. Bentley Carr.
What's up, guys?
Mr. Combs, as I call him. But here we go. I got a lot of things to say. All I gotta know is we won. That's all that matters. We won against. We won a game against that we all thought we were going to go 1-7 to start the year. We might go 2-6, but we won a game. It's pretty good. And let me just tell you, this is not only the first game that we won. Not only the first game with T.J. Watt, but that's the first game we won without Minkah Fitzpatrick playing either. Because Minkah Fitzpatrick's only missed like 2 games with us since he started with us, and that was the Chargers last year and the Steelers and the Buccaneers this year. And we're not, but let's just let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and say this real quick. A lot of people didn't know the defensive backs that we had playing for us. It's kind of funny because I knew every single defensive back we had in the field very, very well. Not because I'm some sort of jinx or something, but because I'm a huge Florida Gators football fan, and I'm a pretty big advocate for the Iowa Hawkeyes, being some of my favorite college football players, and one of my favorite college football teams to watch being the 2016 and 17 Iowa Hawkeyes, to include Desmond King, Josie Jewell, Josh Jackson, George Kittle, quarterback. He played for the Niners. C.J. Beathard, or Beathard, as people call him. Noah Fant and T.J. Hawkinson. Like that team was so stacked, but they got smacked by the Florida Gators in that game. That Florida Gators team consisting of Quincy Wilson, Duke Johnson, who are both on our practice squad. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who made an interception for the Eagles last night, as well as a bunch of other players that we've all heard of. But I knew Quincy Wilson and Josh Jackson pretty well. I was hoping Pittsburgh was going to get Josh Jackson after we passed on Desmond King, which I was pushing Pittsburgh to draft Desmond King in the 3rd or 4th round. And the Chargers got him in, I think, the 5th. And I was so upset because I knew he was going to be a stud. And he was a stud. He's a very good pick. The years he played for the San Diego Chargers, because they were the San Diego Chargers at the time, he played a really good football. So it's funny because I'm reading a bunch of articles. Who the hell are these guys? Who's Josh Jackson? Who's Quincy Wilson? I knew them pretty well. And I'm like, Quincy Wilson, when we signed Quincy Wilson and Josh Jackson, I'm like, holy shit, got some Iowa and Florida players in there. And no one else knew. He was like, who's this? Who's that? I know. I thought it was pretty cool that I knew them pretty well. I thought we got lucky. I thought, both of them were 2nd round, 3rd round. I think Quincy Wilson was a 3rd round pick. Josh Jackson was a 2nd round pick. 2 different teams. One went to the Colts or the Patriots, Quincy Wilson, and then Josh Jackson did go to the Packers. Didn't do anything with them, but I just was really excited to see that we had some sort of nameable players, to me at least, on our practice squad. Josh Jackson is now on our 53-man after putting DeMarvin Leavell, unfortunately, on injured reserve. Hopefully he comes back sooner than later. I just want to give a huge shout-out to our number 1 cornerback, James Pierre, who played at Florida Atlantic, who was our undrafted free agent rookie from last season, and he played an amazing game. He locked up the number 2 top 15 wide receivers, if not top 10 wide receivers in the league, to a very minimal game. Both of them held them under 100 yards. While they did have good catches and good numbers, it's Tom Brady throwing them the football. Can't give him too much leeway there. All right. Other than that, I just want to say, me and Bentley, we got a list of Steelers that we want to apologize to for how poorly we have treated them. Still fairly, in my opinion, due to the lack of play in previous weeks, but the lack of faith that they would get better in time. My first apology, I want to go to Chase Claypool. He, in my opinion, is the MVP of the game for the offense at least. He played a really solid game all around, and I think that he deserves some upstanding credit. Who do you want to apologize to?
I gotta say Mitchell Trubisky.
I can agree with that.
When he came in, I was like, when he first came in, I'm like, well, this is how it's gonna end. All right. He comes in, goes. I'm not even sure. I know he was over 150 yards and had a touchdown. And I mean, that's just crazy just to come in mid third quarter and then come in and do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When Trubisky came in, I kind of was crying a little bit. I was so upset. Not just because Mitchell Trubisky was coming in, but because of Kenny Pickett being hurt. And it's not super serious in the short term, being a concussion. I'm sure there's a chance he plays on Sunday. If not, he'll play definitely in the mid-season finale against the Philadelphia Eagles. TJ Watt will come back after that game, after the bye week. I'm sure. So I also want to go ahead and let's finish with the apologies, and then let's go ahead and go with the criticism of who needs to play better from this game. Because while being a Steelers fan, I still want to see improvement among our team. My next Steeler I want to apologize to is definitely going to go ahead and be Devin Bush. He played a terrible game against Buffalo, but he had an amazing game against the Buccaneers. That's one of his best. So I said to myself, I'm watching the game by myself, and I said that 2-point breakup is a top 5 play for his career. I was wearing that. I was actually wearing a Devin Bush jersey during that game. I was. I wore it because I thought he needed the support.
$35. I got that for like $35 at like Ross's or.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I bought it during his rookie year for $100, for the full $100. So Devin Bush definitely deserve an apology. You got your roses there. What about you?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure. Mitch is probably the main one I would give my apology to in that game. And Devin.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give my last apology is gonna be to Coach Tomlin. While definitely still needs some improvement on his aspect, but he got a third string defense ready to play a Super Bowl, one of the teams that won a Super Bowl in the past 4 years, and I want to go ahead just give him his flowers because I have been calling for his head a little bit. But Mike Tomlin, you coached one hell of a game. You got us ready. Got to give you all the credit in the world. Gonna go ahead and I want to move into who we're not apologizing to, who we're still, you fucking suck. All right, who you saying? I'm gonna go ahead and start this right. The offensive.
I already know.
Matt Canada called a terrible game, and that I mean, as we scored 20 points and we won the game. And when Mitch came in, our offense looked its best all season, but he still called a terrible game. When Steven Sims returned it all the way to the 12-yard line, those 3 play calls were atrocious. I mean, I know Najee and Jalen didn't get anything going on the running aspect all game long. You still got to see a run play on first or second down, maybe second down because it was 2nd and 4. Maybe that play makes it to a 3rd and 2. But we could have gotten a first down there. We took 3 end zone shots.
Right.
Or 2 end zone shots on 2nd and 3rd down. And I'm curious on why we did that. So we could have put away the game a lot earlier, on offense at least. I believe we could have scored almost 30 points that game, if not 31, with another touchdown and a field with a touchdown, another 2 touchdowns and a field goal when we were up 13-12, or something along those lines.
Oh yeah. some more people I would give an apology to. Our O&D lines, they didn't do too bad today.
Our offensive line did struggle.
Our offensive line, kind of struggled, but our defensive line wasn't really letting Tampa go nowhere.
And Tampa is known as a running team with Leonard Fournette and White. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll give some flowers to them.
What is your opinion on Josh Jackson?
Josh Jackson, DB, second-round pick from the University of Iowa. Josh Jackson, I thought he played a solid game. I thought every single one of our defensive backs played a really solid game.
Right.
I thought. Of course, some DBs let up some catches. You can't be too mad and too upset with how with our defensive backs. You got to kind of give some leeway where leeway is due, and I'm just really proud of the team. I really am.
Did Mike Evans have any receptions?
He did.
I don't think I've seen him.
I'll go ahead and pull up the stats from the game.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing.
He did, but he didn't make a huge. It wasn't like a huge impact. He had some catches. I do know that.
Yeah, it seemed like I didn't see him.
He only had 4 receptions, 42 yards, and Godwin had 6 for 95. I honestly didn't even see Godwin that much, but he had almost 100 yards. I didn't really see Godwin do too much other than like one really, really good catch.
Yeah, that catch in between 3 guys, that had me like, come on.
Yeah, that was solid. That was a solid play. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? I'm gonna give a huge flower to Connor Hayward. Kid's the real deal. I'm not gonna lie. He may not be the best run blocker, but he's one hell of a pass catcher, and I think we can work him into that. I think we can keep Gentry and Freiermuth on there for blocking purposes, and I think we can throw Connor Hayward for some passing situations. And if we use that 3 tight end scheme, how I believe that's how we should do it, I think we can see some success. Pittsburgh likes a blocking running tight end, and of course, you don't always get what you wish for. But I definitely believe that Connor Hayward can be a very solid pass-catching tight end for our team. And I honestly, I wasn't too, 100% on him coming out of Michigan State. He's a Delanie Walker-sized tight end where he's small, but he's bigger and he can make some plays. So definitely going to give some flowers to Connor Hayward. Definitely proud of his performance today. That 40-some yard run was really solid. Also, I want to go ahead and give some more critique to our offensive line, specifically to Kevin Dotson. First off, I want to go ahead and comment and say that death threats are never a real good thing to do. I heard he was getting a lot of death threats over the game, over his few penalties. But he also made a comment, just like Justin Fields did the other day about the fans not really being a part of the game. Antonio Brown said, I'm going to go ahead and say the same thing. Antonio Brown said it a very few years ago. We are entertainers. We know what we have to do. We have to go entertain, and we are not doing that on a loss. We are entertainers. You are entertainment. We pay for your gear. We pay for the tickets. We pay to see you play. And you saw during the 2020 season how fucking lame the NFL was when no one was at the games. It was lame as shit, right? I'm sure the players didn't mind too much because of the empty stadiums, not being loud and all that, but it still was fucking lame.
I ain't gonna lie. Probably when the stadiums were empty, players probably I'm guessing they would probably enjoy it a little bit more, that they could concentrate, but also probably didn't feel the same without their fans there.
Oh, absolutely not. I absolutely believe that. I think that's a reasonable. That's reasonable. What else you want to what else you want to comment on, Mr. Combs Bentley?
I'm just saying we need to fire Matt Canada.
We're not going to do it this year. I'm just going to tell you that right now. We're going to probably win 7, 8 games at the most, and we're gonna. His contract is up after this season, and we're going to let him walk, just like we do with every other coach. We don't fire. We let them walk or retire on their own.
All right.
But Matt Canada is a terrible coach. I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but allegedly, and I've seen the video, coming into the locker room, Matt Canada was hugging another coach saying, we won. And Chris Boswell then said, that's not because of you. That's for damn sure. It ain't because of you. So tells me some players are definitely frustrated and not happy with Matt Canada.
Word. Right.
There's also rumors going around saying Deontay Johnson against the Jets had a confrontation with Deontay Johnson with Mitchell Trubisky, and that's why Mr. Trubisky got benched. I don't know if that's true or not because there was a lot of aspects of that game that definitely needed to see Trubisky in there, Trubisky out of there. But overall, I think that putting Pickett in there a few games into the year, I definitely think that's the right decision. Mitchell Trubisky played fantastic. 9 for 12, 144 and a touchdown is as good as it gets for a quarter and a half of play. But if we bench Pickett now, that's going to fuck with his development. And that's not something we should do. So while Pickett definitely had his struggles in the game, I'm not going to lie, he's been making rookie mistakes. Let's go ahead and comment on that. Let's be real. He's making rookie mistakes. But guess what? Guess what Kenny Pickett is?
What?
A rookie. He's going to make rookie mistakes. He's going to call audibles at the wrong time. He's going to read the defense the wrong way. He's going to put balls he's going to make reads that he shouldn't make. He's going to put the ball where the receiver can't catch it. He's going to make rookie mistakes. But guess what? Peyton Manning, he has the most interceptions all time in a rookie year. In 1 year. He threw like 20-some picks his first year. Jameis Winston. No, I'm not going to say his name. Jameis Winston. Eli Manning. It took him. So Eli Manning, I'm not going to lie to you. Let's go ahead and comment on this real fast, and we'll get back to the rookie quarterbacks. Eli Manning and Daniel Jones have had a match start to their careers. Eli Manning was having was struggling the first 3 years of his rookie year. And guys were saying the thing, oh, he's not Peyton, he's not good, he's not this, he's not that. And he wins a Super Bowl in his 4th year. So Daniel Jones, he could be and still be that guy for the Giants. And he's 5-1 right now. The New York Giants, the New York Football Giants, who have not been anything good since 2016.
16 are 5-1.
5-1 and one of the best teams in the entire league. They are a top 10 team in the league, right at number 9 or 10. I'll go ahead and give you my top 10 teams right now just to show you where I'm at. Number 1 has got to be Buffalo Bills.
Is this your opinion?
This is going to be my opinion. This is going to be my opinion from what I've seen. Number 1 has got to be easily Buffalo Bills. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, Philadelphia Eagles. Undefeated. They're just beating every team. Pretty good. Number 4, I'm going to go ahead and give that to the Dallas Cowboys. Cooper Rush, I know they just lost last night, but I don't care. I think the Cowboys are a good team. They're fun to watch. I think they're a very solid team. Number 5 for me, honestly, going to have to be, honest. People are going to argue with me here. New England Patriots. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Bailey Zapp. Did you know what Bailey Zapp's stats are? 24 for 31. That is 7 incompletions. 302 passing yards. That is a That's good. That is an NFL starting quarterback statistic right there.
What happened to Dak Prescott and Mac Jones?
Dak Prescott hurt his hand, and Mac Jones hurt his ankle. So number 5's got to be New England for me. I know there's a lot of debate around that. Number 6, another big, questionable right here, but with healthy team, the Miami Dolphins, with a healthy team, right? Number 7, Jacksonville Jaguars. No, belay that. New York Giants, 5-1. You can't beat it. New York Giants are 5-1. You can't put them any lower. I know Dolphins. Honestly, I'm gonna switch this. 6 is gonna be the Giants. 7 is gonna be the Miami Dolphins. 8 is gonna be the Jacksonville Jaguars. They look like a different team this year with Doug Peterson at the head coach.
Right.
Number 8 for me, got to be the LA Chargers. I think they're a better team than people are giving them credit for. I think they got Justin Herbert. He's a good quarterback. He's their quarterback.
100% agree there.
Number 9. You said disagree?
I say 100% agree.
Okay, all right. Number 9. I'm going to go ahead and give this to the Baltimore Ravens. They have been choking. They're 3-3. They've been choking in the fourth quarter, but they've been competing in football games. That's enough for me. Number 9's got to be easily Baltimore Ravens.
All right.
Hold on. And then number 10 for me is, honestly, I probably should have put them higher, but I'm going to go ahead and put the New York Jets at number 10. I think I should put them higher because they are a good team this season, and I am very shocked that they are doing as well as they are. Another team that I should probably have moved in there, I think I might take Miami and Jacksonville out and put in Minnesota, the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets into the higher spots. Just because I think the Minnesota Vikings are an amazing team. They're 5-1. I just kind of forgot they existed for a minute. But you got to give credit where credit is due. Vikings are doing good, and the Jets are doing as well. They're doing very well. So, Bentley, you want to close us out with anything? We're going to probably call her a night here pretty soon.
All right, I have a quick question for you.
I'm going to answer it for you.
All right, so say Pittsburgh did not exist as an NFL team. Who would you support?
So people are going to call me a bandwagon. I don't give a fuck. I have been a Buffalo Bill I wouldn't say fan because I'm not like buying gear, but easily Buffalo because I know a little bit about the Bills. When I first started watching football in 2014, 2015, my favorite quarterback was Tyrod Taylor, other than, of course, Ben Roethlisberger. Number 1 was always Big Ben. 2 went from Tyrod Taylor to Cam Newton to Tyrod Taylor, Cam Newton right there, and then he went to Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen. I love Tyrod Taylor. I'm going to go ahead and just comment on Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor was a Virginia. Huh?
Josh Allen's kind of hard not to like.
Oh yeah, he's the face of the NFL right now. All right, so let me go ahead and comment on Tyrod Taylor. If you don't know who that is, he was a Virginia Tech quarterback, same college Michael Vick went to. Broke every Michael Vick record there was at VT. Was drafted in the late rounds to the Baltimore Ravens. Was the backup to Joe Flacco and played very well in the preseason games. Won the Super Bowl with that team that the Ravens won in 2013, I believe it was, or 2012. Won that Super Bowl with them. And after his rookie deal, he went to the Buffalo Bills, won the starting job, and led them to some winning seasons along with a playoff appearance that they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars because Tyrod Taylor got hurt. Now, Tyrod Taylor then has been bouncing around the league. In my opinion, he has been playing very well. I mean, he's been playing a below average starting quarterback, but he's been making – if you go look at Tyrod Taylor highlights throughout his time outside of Buffalo, you're going to find some pretty impressive plays. And if you look at his time with Buffalo, you're going to find even more impressive plays. I think Tyrod Taylor is easily going to be one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time when all these quarterbacks currently are all said and done. I enjoy Tyrod Taylor, and he made me want to be a Buffalo Bills supporter. Every year, I always say, go look at those Bills. And while they weren't that good for a few years, 2-3 years, when they got Josh Allen, traded for Diggs, they're an instant NFL contender. I mean, they also got Jordan Poyer, Von Miller, the other safety, Micah Hyde, before he got injured. They've been a contender for the past 3-4 years. They've been a contender since 2019. They have been easily a contender. So, Buffalo Bills is my answer. What about you?
100% Bills as well.
All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and call her a night. Not too many people watch the stream tonight, but it's all good. We're just talking football. We're just talking Pittsburgh Steelers. That's it. Guys, we got to give our roses where they're due. Thank you, Mike Tomlin. I appreciate that win. It felt good on the ride home from Charlotte, where I was watching the game, to back now in Virginia, where I'm stationed. I love football. I love the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go.